All right. Well, good morning. Welcome to the morning highball. Um, I am going to make my one of my favorites, which is this ginger citrus garlic drink that I picked up from a guy by the name of Dr. Schultz, who has a liver cleanse program um, that a protocol that I've enjoyed really well. But the basic gist of um, the beverage is the juice of one lemon, one lime, and one orange, or about 8 ounces of citrus juice, 1 inch of ginger root, um, 5 cloves of garlic, 5 tablespoons of olive oil, and 8 ounces of water. So basically, doubling the liquid volume, 8 ounces of citrus juice, and then 8 ounces of water. Um, the thing that makes this beverage manageable is the olive oil. Actually, without the olive oil, it's way too strong, way too bright, pretty much impossible to stomach, quite literally. But with the olive oil, it's actually quite good and um, surprisingly fortifying in the sense that I'm not that hungry after I drink it. Now, I like to add a little more to it, so I put in parsley and a hot pepper when I have the chance. So I'm going to go for that this morning because I got some hot peppers off of next door from a neighbor. And I will say that this ginger root is quite long in the tooth, um, pretty old, and I'm not sure how. Well, it's definitely not fresh, but I've had fresher, but it'll still provide the zing, which I want. And I'm gonna instead of just juicing the citrus, I'm going to peel the citrus and put the citrus in, put the flesh in as well, just to make it a little bit meatier, a little bit more substantial. I will do that with at least with the orange and the lime. I'm not sure I'm going to put the lemon flesh in there. Um, all right. Oh, there's seeds in this navel orange. That's as much as seeds are kind of annoying in the eating, they give me. I'm happy when I see them in the fruit because it means that the fruit is still doing its life force thing. Instead of being barren, it actually has the potential to be fertile. No, of course I don't know how valuable those seeds are in whether they would produce a healthy stock, but we've done such a marvelous job of genetically selectively breeding out seed production in our food. Might not be the smartest thing to have a food supply that is only propagatable by hand instead of having nature do the work. I don't know. I think sometimes we humans are too clever by half, causing ourselves and our descendants some potential for some pretty unhappy times. Oh, the ego and this desire for gratification. Desire is a beautiful thing in its most abstract sense. It is the primal, it's the first mover, right? If we had no desire, we wouldn't do anything. And so there's a kind of a precious precious truth in experiencing desire and understanding desire. That, you know, everything from, you know, we in our culture we talk about desire, we're almost always implying sexual desire, but you know, the truth is the most important, the most primal desire we have is the desire to breathe. And we satisfy that desire more often than we satisfy any other desire. We breathe 6 to 8 times a minute, maybe more, 10 times a minute. And the reason we don't notice the desire is because we're so efficient at satisfying it. But all you have to do is hold your breath. In particular, hold your breath empty for 15 or 20 seconds, and you realize just how compelling that desire is. And so it is, you know, desire is in one sense the root of the principle of yang. You know, yin and yang. And I was listening to This American Life episode from NPR, or Public Radio International, where the whole topic of the conversation, the whole topic of the episode was testosterone, and how it was really fascinating. They had two very cool perspectives. One was a guy who, for medical reasons unspecified, had his testosterone reduced to 0, and then had it reintroduced, I guess. I think that was the gist of what they were saying. And his reflection on life without testosterone was fascinating. What he said was that his desire for anything, to do anything, went to 0. His interest in flavor, his interest in color, his interest in taking action, his interest in everything went to essentially 0. And yet at the same time, he found everything beautiful. Like everything was perfectly beautiful. So it was really shocking to him how fundamental testosterone was to his personality. Because without our desire, without our motivation to engage the world, who are we? We're just sort of like blank slates, which is kind of what he felt like. And the other perspective was from a transgender man. She was born as a woman, born female, and she described herself as very much a dyke, kind of, you know, butch, tough lesbian. And then at some point realized that she needed to transition to be into being a man. And among the many things that apparently goes into this process was her medical team gave her a lot of testosterone to, you know, begin transforming her physiology. And she said she never felt such uncontrolled lust. You know, and in a very real sense felt aghast at how profoundly lascivious her mood was, and how she said how pornographic her thoughts were whenever she saw a woman. She even said even said a car, like a red convertible Mustang, or, and this is very odd, the big copy machine in her office, his office, had the capacity to arouse. So I don't know what to make of that, other than to say, have a little compassion for teenage boys, and there's a lot we don't understand about desire, and a lot of assumptions we make about the nature of who we are, and what role desire plays in creating who we are. There's a lot to learn here, and have a little respect for the power of the biology, and the depth of the things we don't understand about what makes us who we are. There's a lot we don't know about the power deep within our biology, and it behooves us to not be judgmental, but rather to be profoundly inquisitive about what makes us who we are. Okay, anyway, I'm going to put some water in here. I think I'm probably going to do this today. I'm a little bit, feeling a little bit like I got a sore throat coming on, and that's from bad behavior. Not having a healthy diet, not getting the right kind of sleep and stuff. So I'm going to toss in to my concoction here some echinacea and some spirulina, and I'm going to try to take it out of the capsules, see if that works. Does anybody else find the gelatin capsules interesting to consume on their own? I don't know. There's something about this. It's protein, right? These little capsules. Gelatin. Can't be bad for you, right? I don't know what it's made of, or where it's sourced from. Now these guys, these are big and strongly flavored. They're going to make a racket when I put them in the blender. Pretty dense. But this is Hawaiian spirulina. All right, here we go. See, this is the thing. I forgot the olive oil. Got to put the olive oil in, or it is not a doable do. Let's go with 4. 4 tablespoons. No, I do let it run for quite a while, actually, because I want the spirulina to get dissolved. I want the parsley to get chopped up nice. I want the ginger to get chopped up nice. I'm actually going to run this in not in a highball glass because I want to have it in larger. Oh, but look at the color of that. Wow, the spirulina really makes it shine. Electric blue-green. There it is. Good morning, highball. Every once in a while, the hot pepper won't give me the hiccups. It's strange, the things that we desire.